Well, welcome back to Wipeout, and we have a very special episode for you. It's the Piranha, and with me is JFairfax.
Hello everyone, excited to be here. First time doing this sort of thing, and looking forward to seeing Jamie master Stanza into. By all accounts, he's a god at this track.
About that. So, yeah, the Piranha's a nippy old ship.
Yeah, it's probably quite quick, rapid into those walls. I mean, this track I love because for me it's just really sort of typifies, Wipeout 3 really giving a great sense of place to the tracks. It feels like you're in a city, and as I think you've discussed in some of the other videos, with a ridiculously small number of polygons, and this is, for me, probably one of the best examples of, placing this in a future city. You've got, the train going above you there. You've got the buildings everywhere. It's particularly technically impressive to me, although I'm guessing from the developer's point of view. What's that? That was one first lap.
Yes.
Lap. Not even the first lap.
Not even the first lap.
That's pretty impressive. See, and you took the easy route through the tunnel. You didn't take the proper route through the back streets, knocking people's washing off the line.
No, we're gonna be doing that on this take.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that left path, it's insane for multiple reasons.
I find it easier in some respect, because you basically, just as long as you get your entry point right, you can pretty much go in a straight line. Whereas this is, I never like those pretty brutal tunnel right-handers, which are pretty much, sort of 90-degree turns. I always take the left route.
Yeah, this is a very challenging track, but the thing about the left route is that while it's easier to get onto, it's very narrow.
Yeah.
And it leaves you with a very bad line into the next corner.
This is true, and if you can pinball horrifically in it as well if it all goes a bit
god,
tits
yeah.
up. But,
Now, the Piranha's main problem is that its speed slightly outstrips its handling. Not as bad as the Icarus.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, I guess liberal use of the air brakes, but it looks like you're applying them a little bit, just a tad too early.
Yeah. No, the timing's always finicky with the quicker ships.
Yeah.
And but I love the Piranha.
Yeah.
I love the.
It's got a good colour scheme. I'll give it that.
It's got a beautiful colour scheme. The actual mesh design we'll get into, but
oh, here we go. You're doing this okay. This is fine. This is a good run. Air brake right.
Yeah. So
nil point for the landing, I think, but it took the narrow bit quite well.
Yeah, now, funny thing about the Piranha in this game, as we know, the Piranha in XL and 64 was basically a cheat ship.
Right.
And to represent the fact that this is now a normal ship, yeah, I forgot it was 4 laps.
We've all done that.
Yeah. To represent the fact it's no longer a cheat ship, they changed the law a little bit, or rather they added to the law. Now, the Wipeout XL ship was a prototype.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was also hideously expensive and high maintenance. So they sort of had to scale back for the F7200.
Oh dear. Where were the compromises?
Mainly in the areas of acceleration and shields.
Well.
But considering it originally had the Wipeout 3 equivalent of 5 in everything, compromises were made across the board.
Well, that's fair enough. I love the different coloured trails on these ships as well.
Oh yeah, it's like a mini light show.
It's just full of little touches like that. And again, I think you guys sort of touched upon it. How, despite being very limited in the technology, they just put all of the little details in just to sort of make it feel alive.
Yeah, they work more on the style, and that's an interesting little targeting glitch.
Oh yeah?
Plasma Bolt's hitboxes are actually, when they form, they're to the side of your nose as well. Also, the downside of force
that.
swirls.
That's my favourite thing with the force swirl, when you use it but I've never seen a pinball effect quite that good. I mean, I was impressed with that, I gotta say.
Yeah. Other things about Piranha, the head of Piranha, who I can't remember the name of right now, I'll have to remember it for Fusion, because this is when he says it, basically says, he will never smile until we have achieved perfection.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jolly individual to be around, no doubt.
Yeah, it's safe to say that he never smiled.
Yeah.
Because the Piranha's great, but it's not perfect.
No.
But Stanza into goddamn what a track. Fun thing about this tunnel, you can actually get through it much easier if you just use air brake turning.
Huh.
Not even proper turning, because the air brakes will turn you a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a shimmy almost, aren't you? You're not actually turning, you're just having a bit of a shimmy, yeah.
Yeah, and this is going to prove invaluable for Phantom Mode, because I will have to finish Phantom Mode to get all the prototype tracks.
I mean, to be honest, when I played this first time around, I used to play it on the PS2 in widescreen. I loved it for the fact that, hardly any PlayStation games had a widescreen mode, and
yes.
I don't understand how I managed to sort of complete this game. The speed is insane when you get to the higher levels.
Oh god, yeah, I mean, this is already Rapier in a Piranha. Imagine Phantom in an Icarus.
Yeah.
But autopilot, as always, is amazing. Although it doesn't steer you into the pit stop in this one.
That's handy. There we go. We get a nice. Are we getting the replay as well?
Yes, we are definitely getting the replay, so we can see the Schnoz Speeder.
That is a big old beak.
Yeah.
It looks like a toucan or something.
Yeah. I was talking with Insedic earlier, and he basically agreed with me. Yeah, that looks like a canary with a bruised face.
Yeah, one who's just been to the dentist or something. It's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that they added the replay mode. I mean, I guess they took a leaf out of Gran Turismo's book, and it is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, goddamn. They actually don't have many of the future games with replay.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pulse or Pure has it. I know HD Fury does. I know. Unfortunately, that Assegai survived. I wasn't sure. Took me a few watches. But hey, one kill with the Piranha. Normally you're concentrating on racing with the Piranha rather than murdering people.
Yeah. One of the things I was hoping for is that it's not in these tunnels, but in some of the other tunnels where they sort of almost have the UV lighting and you see some of the decals come up under the lights.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Another one of the little touches.
And the one weapon that is definitely of use to the Piranha is the energy drain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it does have lowish shields. Not as bad as, say, the AGS or the Icarus, again. But, there's... As much as I love the Icarus, there's not many things that are worse to drive.
No, and the energy drain, I mean, it's just a good example of, very well balanced weapons in this game.
Even better, you can actually kill people with it.
Yeah, that is pretty cool when you manage to do that as well.
Yep. But, the thing I find interesting about Wipeout 3, though, is there's a much greater emphasis on technical tracks.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to see that continue later in the series. Although Fusion obviously bucks the trend.
Yeah, and the technical tracks are cool. I mean, this is it's like, I suppose, the Monaco of Wipeout, and I like the fact that it's technical and it rewards proper cornering technique, but obviously with the slight complication of the third dimension there.
Yeah. Well, this has been Jamie the D
and JFairfax.
Take care.